Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. But AEW all out.
AEW All Out. So this past week we had a very, very great pay-per-view, better than All In. You know, um, the matches were all of them at least 4 stars, if you ask me. They were all great. Seen a couple rivalries, they kicked off. Got some things I hated. My favorite match got to be MJF and Daniel Garcia. That was like a hardcore match, man. Everything was like, oh, are they wrestling or are they fighting? But that match took the show from me.
Mm. But I have two great matches from
Mhm.
this pay per view. I've had three, but one of them is my favorite. But starting off AEW All Out, MJF versus Daniel Garcia.
Mhm.
I gave this match an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5. I'd give that a 9.
Mm. This match had everything in it with them. They didn't give you wrestling, they gave you a fight.
Yeah.
Both don't like each other, both tried to injure each other, even, tried to put each other in some medical chairs.
Hmm.
But the shocking part of this match was MJF picking up the win. Now,
Was it that shocking?
it was
The,
because
the way the match was going, I'm like, you know what? If he could, I said, if Danny couldn't finish him off, and he really couldn't. It was like a lot of brutality. Then it was like a submission game on the ground. And I'm like, okay, MJF is clearly gonna win if it's gonna get dragged out this much.
mm,
I saw it coming since like the submission game on the mat. I saw it coming.
mm.
But regardless, that match was great. I hope the rivalry won't end anytime soon.
And that's what I was
So
about to get to. Um, the reason it shocked me that MJF won, is because I know Daniel hasn't re-signed yet with AEW,
mhm.
so I
I think he
know
will. I think he will.
I feel like he should, but I know WWE is high on him.
Yeah, the amount of storylines they could kick off with him coming back, they probably just hand him the World Heavyweight Championship to make a big storyline out of it. But I think
Nah,
he should resign and stay.
if we're talking about giving the gold to anybody, I think we should give it to Darby Allen.
I mean, Allen.
Yeah, he's earned it. He's earned it. Because I'm tired of seeing him in the mid card position with the TNT Championship. It's just that title at this point. It's an OnlyFans account. Everybody's had it.
Have him have him face Trick Williams in the main roster, and
Mm.
let's see who stands out. And that'll be a match. Both are future. Well, gotta get Allen in the main roster first, but both are future like headliners.
Mm-hmm. But my favorite part of the match, even though well, it started off the match. Daniel attacking MJF, not letting him get the upper hand.
Yeah, I just see he's on his knees, like the banner behind him. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
AW got so much money to do shit like this, and then bro just come in the ring like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Hits him in the back of the neck. Ref like, oh, I might as well start the fucking match. That was
And the,
hilarious.
mm-hmm. and the thing, Max hit Daniel with a low blow, and then tried
Yeah,
to shake his
they
hand
ended.
at the end.
Yeah, I'm like,
Now,
that was weird to me. Like the referee was like facing Danny, right?
mm-hmm.
And then Max was like, oh well, I might as well do this. How did the referee not see that? I don't know. I
Yes,
have
and this
no
ref
idea
has
how he
stopped
didn't
him
see
many
that.
times.
I didn't see that. I guess it was a bad setup. Just the angle was bad, but the ref should have literally seen that.
Mm. But
Then after the match, he tried to shake bro's hand like,
mhm.
you just low on me, bro. But classic MJF match was like 9 out of 10, bro.
Now, if they would have had Daniel shake his hand and would have walked out of the ring, or Max would have walked out of the ring, I don't know how I would have felt about that. But he hit him below the belt, and that gained his momentum back, and the crowd loved that.
Yep.
And he still dropped him on his neck. He got his get back. But either way, great match. The teasing spots of who was going to get dropped on their neck,
Mm-hmm.
that was great.
Can I say a
But
hot take? Maybe a
yeah,
hot take.
hmm
I feel like the when it comes to wrestling, AEW women put far more effort into their wrestling than WWE women. At least what I'm seeing. Hey, the matches look like you think it's not women out there. You think it's like some crazy ass like I think it's like some like men matches, bro. Like it's just faster. It's more dangerous. The women are bleeding. They're hitting themselves with everything. You're not gonna see that in like WWE. Like Triple H want to protect these women, hold their hands and shit.
for
But
me,
like that
this is.
Willow versus Chris match, yo,
Oh, we're gonna get to
you
that. We're
never
gonna get
see
to that.
that in WWE. I never see anything like that.
We might down the road.
That looked like Mick Foley versus Edge. They had the chains out. They had the thumbtacks. They had the chairs, the ladders. Like Chris tried to choke out Willow with the chain, which she did.
hmm
And you'd never see that in WWE. Like they protect the women so much. So I'm like, when it comes to like female rosters, AEW
hmm
is like a step above WWE. It's
Ooh.
not slow paced either. Like they're going full speed in the matches. And I'm like, yep, this is how women wrestling should be. And Chris, I'm impressed with her.
Now that would be a hot take for other people. For me, I wouldn't say like the WWE women don't really try. It's just you know
Is there
they
more on
want
their
to use
safety, I
that.
guess.
They want to use that on like certain matches or certain stages. But even if it isn't those two, they s-
Mhm.
they still
Like the
put
the
in the
women's
work.
Money in the Bank match. Remember the Money in the Bank match? That was great.
hmm
Yeah, but like a majority of the other matches, I'm like, this is slow pace. It looks like they're just in there like dancing with each other, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. Then I watch
Plus,
something like Chris versus Willow, and I'm like, this shit is crazy.
plus at the same time, these are two women wrestlers that love these type of matches. They have done these on the indies,
Yeah, but if
and
WWE get like some talent like that from the Indies, oh shit,
what we
like
do, we
matches
already
of the
have talent
night,
like that.
but they're
We
not
have talent
using
like
them.
that. It's just we
They're not
got to put
using them,
them in that
or
type of
Triple H is
match.
not using them. Like, would it hurt to just see a lady bleed and not accidentally, like Zoe Stark, because she was not supposed to bleed in that ladder match?
Hey, but it gave more to that match.
Yep. But look, a lot of accidents happened in that match, and because of that, the rating went higher because some people thought, "Oh shit, this was supposed to happen." Like, not really. Especially like when this is hilarious when Zoe hit the ladder from like a Frankenstein. Or who was it?
To Io.
I think Io hit it, and I'm like, that's crazy. The way she bounced off the ladder,
hmm
I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And especially when she was in the corner and she tried to do like that, I guess that flip bomb in the in the corner, and she missed, and she
Yeah,
landed just right on her fucking head.
yeah.
I heard the
There was
crowd
no room
like,
for
oh,
error at that point.
It's
But
shit like that. This is not like I want to see them get hurt, but they gotta like put more effort in the moves. And that match was like, I told you that was like the match of the night for me. So when Chris and Willow did shit like that, I'm like, yo, these girls would, if they were in WWE right now, they'd put the championships on both of them. Because the way they fight, if they can implement just something like that in the main roster and like say, okay, we can make it safe and entertaining at the same time, but we gotta speed it up and make everything look more like realistic. So yep, if it's that Willow versus Chris match, I'll give it like I'll give it like an 8 out of 10.
I mean, I wasn't trying to get to this match this early, but since we're talking about it, because we have 2 matches ahead,
Yeah.
but since we're already here, I gave that match a 10 out of 10. My
Mhm.
favorite 2 spots was Chris spearing Willow off the stage onto the tables, and Willow hitting Chris with a Death Valley driver on the tacks.
I like how Chris was using the dumpster and beating the hell. There were hell out of Willow on the stage, and she used the fucking I don't know what you call them, the fluorescent bulbs, the long ones, and she hit her in the head with them.
Oh, the light bulbs.
Yeah, you wouldn't even see that in WWE. You see it
Mm.
more in indie shows. You don't see those bulbs anymore. And she just hit her in the head. And you know how WWE feel about headshots nowadays. They're not gonna show them.
They'll do it for like a special occasion.
I guess
Like
like
it
in
has to make sense. Like you don't just want to be
you
cracking
just might see
cracking
something
people.
like that in Drew versus Punk in Hell in a Cell, which I
Now that makes
predicted
sense.
last week, by the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because
I
they
always
hate
see
each
that.
other.
Yeah. But in a regular match, like let's say with some beef or something, like if Seth Rollins come back and he
It
maybe
depends on how far the beef goes. The farther it goes, the further the match stipulations are going to be.
yeah.
It depends. Like with our main event, which we'll get to. But either way, this was the best street fight women's match that I have ever seen. I enjoyed this from
And you know
beginning.
what's funny? We had a street fight women's match recently in WWE. You remember that, right? Nia Jax
Yeah, but they were on
and
Fox.
Mia Yim.
They were on Fox, and
That
Fox is owned
was
by
that was not
Disney.
even half the match that AEW showed, man.
I get it. I
And
get the
that was supposed to
concept,
be a
but
street fight.
it's Fox.
I call her Mia Yim. I mean Mishin. But yeah, that
But it
could have
won't
been
be like
way
that
better.
once they move to Netflix.
I hope so.
Oh no, we don't gotta worry about that. Come on, it's Netflix.
I could imagine just seeing Charlotte coming back and going like, in like a hardcore style match with Bianca again.
Mm.
Because Charlotte's matches are fast paced. I guess that's how she wants them to be.
It depends who she's in the ring with.
And like Charlotte is reckless with her like somersaults and fucking moonsaults and backflips and shit. So I'm like, shit like that is what I want to see.
But the next match of the night, Young Bucks versus the BCC, with the Young Bucks coming out with the win.
Yeah, although like the BCC, they were dominating for most of the match, if you ask me.
They were.
If you ask Cesaro, Claudio, I keep fucking calling him Cesaro. But bro, that match was like, when it comes to tag team matches, that's exactly how they should be. That's why I'm like, yo, if AEW had like
Mm.
not like the sponsoring or like the backing, but if they had like exactly what WWE had when it comes to like promotions and shit,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like, I mean, Tony Khan knows what it takes to like wow people. Like
He does.
his writers, bro, they're like, yeah, you do this shit like this and hit tag team moves like this, and the people will be like, yep.
But that's the thing. They can hit all those moves all they want. That division is one of the worst, tag divisions in the game. They used to be the best. That was their bread and butter. That was like the number one thing they were known for, other than
Mm-hmm.
Kenny and the Elite and everybody else underneath of that.
Yeah, but hey, if they can put up matches like this, I guess it can be pardoned.
I mean, you
But
could
I
put,
guess Tony's like working on division like as we speak.
I mean, you could
He's
put them
probably
against
forming
some.
new tag teams or so.
You could put them against some great opponents. It still won't fix the division because there are tag teams just floating around being JGs. Then you got people in backstage segments,
Mm-hmm.
8-man tags that we don't care about because they've been overdone with WWE, and it doesn't matter if it's AEW, we still don't want to see it. It's just they got so much. There's young talent that should be getting advertised a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like the Acclaim should have never had the belts taken off them that quickly, but I also understand that who took the belts off of them. I want to say the Guns, but that's another thing. The Guns, they're another great young tag team that I like,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the Bang Bang Gang, but I just need them to focus on the tag division. Like I get the trios belts, but let's be honest, they're dead. They were only made for the
Yeah,
elite.
I mean, I was just gonna say the Trios belts could probably be pulled off better in WWE with so many factions and tag teams being
Like,
like more than
let's be
3 people
honest.
now.
If we're talking about teams where the trios belts work, it only worked for the elite, the Death Triangle, and House of Black. Other than that, throw them away. I don't care what you do. Don't merge them with Ring of Honor. Don't just chuck it because you need to focus on the tag
A
division.
merge
That was
would
great.
probably be a good thing because not only you get like way more superstars, you get like more technicality, more matches, more ideas. I like the merge because you see what NXT's trying to do
Too
with
many
TNA.
belts.
It's too many belts, but maybe they get rid of some of them since they're merging anyways. Keep like the prestigious ones. Like you saw with the RH tag team titles, maybe.
Ooh, no. Let them stay over there with their brand. At least that tag division is better than AEW tag division.
That's why they're merging.
Don't merge it. Fix your own problem. Don't merge something and then think it's gonna work, and then you ruin what was good over there, and then you bring your bad booking of the tag division over there, and then guess what you got? The same product, the man in the mirror. But either way, this was a great tag match. I gave it an 8 out of 10, and we knew the Bucks was winning. Come on
Yeah,
now,
yeah. I
they were
mean,
winning.
they were getting dominated for the most of the match, and I'm like, you know
Come
what?
on,
Maybe they will
we
win.
knew it. They got Reeboks on.
We oh,
Pump it up.
here we go. What's
But
what's next?
the next match, the Chicago crowd was electric for this, and I was too. This was my first 10 out of 10 before the Willows match, which was after this. It was Will Ospreay versus Pac
Wow.
for what is it? Because I always get the titles mixed up.
Well, it wasn't for the trio style, that's for
No,
sure.
no, wasn't that.
Yeah, it was the international championship.
It, yes, International Championship. Because I always get that one mixed up with Okada's belt.
MJF's. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I always get it mixed up. But this was
So
a
yeah,
great match.
great match.
Loved it. Some people, they don't like the flippy doodah matches, but this was it. This showed what we've been saying about um uh Pac for a while.
hmm
Put him in matches like this, put him in title matches, use him more. Because when he was just off screen, some of the matches were lacking stuff like this.
Yep. But
But
yeah, it was a lot of A lot of moves, dynamic, high flying.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell these guys really like loved what they doing, like what they were doing out there. Of course, I knew Will was like, yo, Will's different. Of course, he's like the one guy who can just take a lot of shots and just dish it out instantly.
Yep.
But Pac was bringing it though, so that's what made the match like a solid 9.5 out of 10 for me.
The 10 for me that came in is because of the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd was like every fucking move they did, the crowd was like, oh yeah. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Hmm.
And here's another thing: Ricochet was in the back, just watching the match, because we know that they're teasing that between him and Will.
Mhm.
Then,
I probably want to see him and Pop go at it first, then him and Will, just to like see, okay, what level is he on compared to Will? But if he beats Pop,
Osprey's up,
right,
not Osprey. Ricochet's up there.
he's up there. But of course, we haven't seen everything from him yet. Will he be bringing his same, moves from WWE, or will he be doing some step above shit because he's
I
in
feel
a
like it's gonna be a
company that
mixer.
mm, he's in a company that really don't, you know, protect you and say, okay, you got to do your flashiest moves, because that's how we get our ratings. In WWE, he couldn't do all of his shit. That's why people say he was wasted.
Mm,
So him being out here, that's why it would be great if he went up against Pac first. Like, like it's no rivalry. Just put him in a match. Might have like some talking shit. And I'll see like, oh, okay, Ricochet beats him, but he beats him impressively. And then he
I will.
goes on to like
I
say,
will say
okay,
this.
mhm,
Ricochet. I know because he has freedom now to speak. There was you know, there was slight hope. I was like, hold on, this is organic. Not sure anybody could curse, but it felt better for him just a little
mhm,
because, as I said, there was slight hope because once he got that, all that off his chest, he went back to good old Ricochet, 7-Eleven cashier,
so,
and
so
just like
hey, he still has
I
Samantha.
love his in ring work. I just wish he get better on the mic.
Hmm. He still has
But
Samantha. She can teach him mic skills.
well, that is his best bet.
That's it. But yeah,
But
what you thought about that match overall?
you said how I thought about that match.
Yeah, like overall,
Oh, 10.
10,
Yeah, perfect 10.
perfect 10.
Mm-hmm. And then we had the women's street fight after that. But after that match, we had the fatal four way match for the Continental Belt.
Bro, Squeeze's entrance always gets me.
um, it was
Oh, bro, just
Okada
yeah.
versus Mark Briscoe versus Cassidy versus, I always get his name wrong. He's a part of the Don Callis family. I always forget his name. Uh,
It was Mark Briscoe
no, no, not
or
Mark. Not Mark.
Takeshita.
Yes, thank you.
Kono Konosuke Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, him, Cassidy, Briscoe, and Okada.
I like
And
this
say,
match.
yo, Cassidy always he's just the funniest fucking person in AEW. I don't know how
Yep.
like his gimmick is like he can just come out like sunglasses and all like, yo, I don't even want to be here, but I'm gonna just
That little
wrestle.
thumbs up he does.
And like the way he just takes some shots sometimes and he gives like the chest slaps and he's it's just hilarious. I said
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, when Moxley comes back in this shit, when he gets back into the main picture, it's gonna be hilarious. But who does he go after? Who knows?
I liked that, Mark Briscoe got a chance in the title
Hmm.
match, and Cassidy did, but honestly, it should have been Okada and you just said his name, but it should have been
Takashita.
between them. It should have been
Mhm.
between them.
I mean, they were standing in the ring and fighting for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, because they were teasing their one-on-one,
Yeah.
but we knew Okada was winning.
Yeah, he was never going to lose the belt right then and there.
Yeah, but I gave this match a 7.5 out of 10. It was
Mhm.
solid. It did what it needed to do.
Yeah, it was. I feel like I like the Young Bucks tag match better.
Mm.
But yeah, this match was. I agree. It's like a 7.
Mm-hmm. But next match, Mercedes Moné versus Shida. Now
Great entrance, by the way.
this match, I gave this a 6 out of 10. We knew Mercedes was winning. We knew that.
Oh yeah, I knew it was Sheeta.
I feel
She
like
impressed. By the way, doesn't Sheeta's gear look like Asuka's gear? If you look at it,
I
I
mean they
think
are
of OG.
friends. They are
Yeah,
friends in
yeah.
real life.
Think of OG Asuka's gear. I'm like, yeah, that's
It
definitely
does a
Asuka's gear.
little, a little. But
So
hers is Shida's is always based off of video games and stuff.
yeah,
I just feel like
when I was
the
watching that
match
match,
was
I'm like, are
good.
they trying to tap each other out?
I just feel like the match
And it
was
was
good,
another women's
but
match that was fast
I feel
paced
like it could
too.
have been better.
Could it? Looked good to me.
Yeah,
It
that's the
was it
thing. It
was
was
another
good,
women's
but
match that was
I
fast
feel like it
paced.
could have been better.
Like AEW women's matches never feel to him like entertainment.
Mm.
So yeah, it was even for the most part. Uh, when they tried, her best to like end the match early, it was funny how she was like, "Yeah, this match is better than I thought." But she had that realization that okay, I'm either gonna have to tap her out or I'm gonna have to like, hit her really hard so that she'll get up back. But the match was like close for most part. We
Yeah.
all knew she would have lost the belt anyway, so great match.
What was your rating?
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Um, I feel like Mercedes finisher, I forget what it's called. I feel like depending on the person that she hits it with, it looks nice. But
Mhm.
until then, it's not a good finisher. It don't look good. It just depends on
Hey,
the opponent
it's
that
not
sells
it's
it.
not about the finish. It's about how you start.
Uh, man, either way, please go back to the bank statement.
uh, Maybe that's trademarked. I don't know.
Shoot, call it the
Uh,
money clutch or something. But our first main event, Brian Danielson versus
versus
Jack
Jack
Perry.
Perry.
I gave this match an 8.5 out of 10.
This might surprise you, but this was like my least favorite match on the card.
Mm.
It was basically seeing like look, both of these guys have predictable moves. They've been using their same moves for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? It's not bad. That's why I still give it a 7 out of 10. That's because like the crowd was still in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
But we knew
it's
Perry
just
wasn't going to
Brian.
lose.
Well,
Well, we knew Perry was going to lose. We knew Brian wasn't going to lose.
I was gonna say like what?
I got the two mixed up, but it was a good match.
Well,
Jack
there was
showed
a
that he can
there
hang.
was a there was a shot. I'm like, you know what? Could Brian lose? Because when Brian knocked the referee out, and then they fucking came in and jumped him.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, could he win the match now? And then Claudio came down. I'm like, yeah, no. Chased them out. Referee got back up. Daniel hit another flying knee. Jack kicked out. And then
Yes.
they started slapping each other. Like it was going back and forth. And then Brian hit another flying knee, and then he was stomping his head out,
He told him he was going to do that.
stomping his head out, and then he kicked out again. And Jack got up and like, you know what, just finish me off. Hit me with your best shot. I'm like, bro, you wanted to win the title, right? You're just asking him to beat you. I guess turns out that's what he wanted. So another knee, 1, 2, 3, and then the biggest betrayal in wrestling, well, not wrestling history,
Well,
but
no. We can't go right to that first because what happened afterwards, the patriarchy came out. Well, not the patriarchy in general. What? No, they did all come out
they did.
because Luchasaurus had attacked Danielson because
Mm.
Christian Cage was trying to get his opportunity with his little contract that he won at the Casino Gauntlet match
Yep.
at All In, but the BCC came out with
Mm.
Mox.
Yeah, Mox was there, and I'm like, hey, what the hell? That's why I'm like, yo, whatever they're gonna do with Mox in the future, if they're gonna put him in the title picture or a main title picture, who knows? But like, the guy looks great. He's in perfect form again. So if he's gonna be a part of that group for now, which I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows?
But they came out, they pushed off the patriarchy, they came in the ring and celebrated with Danielson. Now, this was the red flag for me. This is where I knew Brian was in trouble. There were two people in that ring with white.
They surrounded the ring for one, and they were walking around in circles. I'm like, it's like they're swarming him like he's like they're sharks or something.
That was
weird. It was weird to me how they were doing that.
The red flag came from them wearing white shirts. Now in wrestling, people that wear white shirts, there's going to be some blood on them. Now,
I mean,
it all depended on who was going to bleed that night. Was Mox going to bleed, as always? Was Claudio going to bleed? Or was Daniel going to be the one bleeding? Neither.
So I'm like,
man Brian,
where are you going with this?
This man Brian called an uppercut and sold that look on his face with $1 million, feeling betrayed by the BCC. And this man Max, the crowd said it best. This was, you know the word, puts a bag over his head.
Yeah. I say, yo, he tried to kill that man.
He tried to
kill that man.
To help him see the light.
So I'm like, yo, that betrayal is crazy.
And I felt bad for the one person I felt bad for, other than Brian, was Yuta. This man was watching some Ric Flair tapes. Man was in his bag crying. But Pac was just holding him back. He was telling him something in his ear.
Holding the boys back, I guess. Yeah.
But the BCC and Mox left the ring. Yuta didn't, to go check on Brian.
Yep, I guess that's gonna be
they kept it pushing. They didn't even look back.
Yeah.
To see if Yuta was with them. They just kept it pushing. Which, all of this will be explained on Dynamite. But the second main event, my favorite match of the night.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
It seemed like a fucking hardcore match.
They called this a lights out steel cage match.
Man, that was a hardcore match in a fucking steel cage.
I called this the number one contendership to the upper room. Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. 10 out of 10 match.
Bro, they were trying to kill each other for a majority.
It made sense. They both violated their homes. They both threatened each other's kids.
Bro, like the moves they were taking were like almost career ending.
It made sense for the story they were telling
They were hitting each other. They're literally.
because they hate each other.
I mean, it's still wrestling though, but it really looked like they were actually fighting there
Oh
for
yeah, and that's what made it more entertaining for some people.
like. I don't really want to go to the end of the match instantly. Well, that's where like the majority of like the hype was. But let's start like with how the match started. Bad blood, like how Swerve just ran and just kicked him in the face. He actually kicked him in the face.
Oh yeah, majority of the time he connecting with that.
Swerve's kicks, he always,
He
literally
gonna hit you with
dynamite.
that house
No
party.
fucking yeah. But like, how did one of them not get injured in that match? Like when he tried to staple Buddy's picture on his fucking face.
I mean, they used to it. They built different.
That this is some above indie shit right here. Man, I had the
Um,
toolbox in there.
I want to say the spot for me that I said
They were both
I've been
bleeding
in this
too.
position before because school playground scraping your skin.
Hmm.
Swerve dropping Hangman on the center block and him just
He did
scraping his
that.
back on it.
He did that
Boy,
twice
I
too.
felt his pain
Yeah,
twice.
he did that twice. I'm like, yo, do these guys want to continue their careers?
That was the whole plan. That was
That
the mission.
that was a real cinder block too, by the way.
Hmm. And then Hangman giving staples to Swerve's chest, which
Yeah.
he was just
So
laughing that off.
how I don't know how much Tony paid these guys, but like they gotta be the highest paid guys on the roster at this point.
Their draws.
When the one buddy pull out the knife, bro, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? Dog?
Now,
I was like, yo, this ain't
spot.
wrestling. These guys trying to kill each other.
Hmm. Now the spot where Hangman ripped Swerve's grill out, which was
Yeah,
disrespectful, and he
it
brought
was.
out the little syringe needles.
Hmm.
When I say I was not expecting this, and he opened this man's mouth and pushed that surgical needle, the
Yeah.
needle
Hmm.
through his mouth.
And you could see it too. And
Hmm.
I'm like, what the
I
yo?
was not expecting that.
Nobody was.
Mm-mm.
If that match
What did he
didn't
do afterward? Oh,
just steal a chair.
popped him in the head with a chair.
Yep. And it's the way he used the chair too. I never really seen a chair get used like that before. Like he used
Oh,
the
I've
edge
seen
of it and like sock him straight into like the side of the head.
Mm-hmm.
Usually
And
they just
then
hit you. And
Swerve, not Swerve, Hangman tried to what's the best way?
what
Uh what's the best way to say this? He
take him out and
tried
make it like how Edge would usually
he had a
do.
piece of the burning house and he tried to Telltale Walking Dead Jane him in his head. But Swerve blocked it, reversed it, tried to do it to Adam. Adam reversed it again, tried to do it to
Mhm.
Swerve. But Swerve got the upper hand and started smashing the B button and was going in with that darn burnt wood.
All I'm saying, Swerve can't come to the cookout anymore.
Nah, he can still come out. He can still come
he got beat so bad, bro.
out. Well deserved.
But
Both well deserved.
yeah, but either way, he was like, yo, that white boy, he didn't just beat you. He was inside your mouth. Hey, yo, he took your grill. He basically took your ass. So he had you laying in the ring. You
You
were
didn't go
like,
that
yo,
far, but
you
you
were like,
know,
just finish me off, man. He more than finished you off. You could have got killed in there.
hmm
Hangman, his nickname is Hangman for a reason. He's hanging people.
the
Like,
unhinged cowboy.
yeah. You know what?
But
Be fucked up if he had a noose. I'm like, oh man,
yeah, if
this
that
would
was
be
the
crazy.
case, then my
I guess,
question I got for you on this, it would actually
but
be yes. But before we get to that question, I was right. Hangman won. He was the
hmm
right person to win. He was losing too much against Swerve in
yeah,
life and in matches.
yeah. But
But
again,
either way,
Hangman is just that bad. Like,
match of the
yo,
night.
he gotta get back in the title picture.
Hangman.
Of course, like the way he ended that match, I'm like, bro, you don't need to be on Swerve, bro. Like the rivalry was great and all, but like you need to go back for the title.
Nah, keep him away for now.
What do you think, Christian? Gonna be a factor? Maybe,
I don't know.
but who knows, man? He should go back for that title. Swerve, yo, his ass is on the he's on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a
But
month off or so, man.
great show. I
Yeah,
give the
great show.
show
As I said, yo, it
a
was burning
nine
all
point
in.
ten. A nine no no
I said it was burning
a,
all in, and I'm like, yep,
a
all the
nine
matches were at
point
least
nine
four
nine
star.
ten.
Mm.
But my question for you, and this has been being asked everywhere:
But
did AEW go too far in their last two matches? And I hand this off to you.
well, I already explained like with the women's matches earlier. If they know they can be safe and still hit the moves, why not do it?
Oh no
I
no, I'm
don't
talking
think
about
they.
the last two matches.
I know, but I'm just saying in general. I'm just using the women's matches for example because women in WWE get protected a lot. They're slow paced, and the thing with AEW, they make sure our superstars, if we know they can be safe, why not hit the moves? Like wow the crowd, get the ratings up, right? That's exactly what the last two matches did. So it looked dangerous, but we've seen dangerous matches in WWE too. Like I said, the women's ladder match too earlier. Um, that was great. Like, but if I'm comparing like, because of course street fights, you expect them to be like top tier matches. But one in a steel cage, that's gonna be crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just don't see like I just don't see people complaining about like because this is what people complain about AW like years ago. Like they're saying it's not enough content, it's not enough flair to their matches, and now we have that, and people are saying it's too dangerous.
They were too WWE.
It don't make sense. And these are the same people that are watching both companies,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna say, and now they're gonna say, oh, AW is going too far with some of these matches, bro. It's not like they died. Like these guys are professionals. They know how to like take the moves and how to hit it. I can guarantee you, if we have a match like this in WWE right now, the ratings gonna skyrocket. Like, would be the best two people to have shit like this? Probably Kevin Owens and AJ Styles would do shit like this. Let's throw them in the ring, make it like a hardcore match, make them both bleed.
Nah, Kevin
But
Owens and
these
Punk.
are these are indie legends. They
Kevin and
know
Punk.
it's
Did
Punk.
like what's going on like in AEW with those last two matches? And well, I will say
Oh man, I'd rather
the,
AJ over
the
Punk.
I will say this: the last match and what happened after the match is what I'm really saying of Bryanson. Because if we're talking about going too far like that, then the best two for that would be KO and Punk.
Punk though.
Yeah,
Wow. I just feel like AJ would bring out like more like that indie flair though. We're talking about like heel
True.
AJ right here.
But
Hey, if it
to go
works,
for
it
the
works.
question, uh, do you think they went too far?
Nope, not at all.
Okay. For me,
If you want to
the
see
bro-
too far, then he would have. As I said, imagine Hangman brought out a noose and tried to hang him from the steel cage. That'd be crazy.
true, true. Now, the Bryanson incident with him having a bag put over his head. Will I say that's too far? Yes, because now before I say
How?
why, because I don't want people saying, "Well, see, he agrees with me." No, you chose to take your kid to that event. You knew what you signed up for,
It's
and if you
AEW.
didn't know,
Eating kids there either way.
close your kids' eyes, because kids are gonna be kids, and they're
They
gonna
let
want to,
kids in, but realistically, you shouldn't be taking your kids to AEW.
true. Don't blame
They
the
cuss,
product,
they
blame
cuss on
your
the
parenting
mic.
skills.
They cuss on the mic just to talk, and you're gonna take your kids there.
Mm. But as I said,
Almost
don't
all the
blame the
man
product,
matches
blame your
somebody
parenting.
played. Hmm.
That I'll say they went too far there, just for the kids' reasons. But the swerve match, no, no, it fit the story. It fit the story that they were telling. They
As
hate
I
each
said, they
other.
look like
They
they were
want to send.
killing themselves in there, but yeah.
They want to send one another to the upper room.
Hmm.
So for me, the bagging situation, yeah, but the swerve match, nah.
Hmm.
I say it like this: for people that's complaining about that, hey man, go drink some cement and bring some hardness into your life because you're acting too soft. But great pay per view. But
Hmm.
now onto some WWE. Friday Night SmackDown. Cody Rhodes kicks off the night with the normal Cody Rhodes promo. But then
Cody Rhodes.
Solo and the Bloodline come out,
Hmm.
and Solo issues his rematch for the championship. But Cody offers that to Jacob, which gets
You know
a good
what
ooh.
Cody's trying to do already. He's
He's trying
trying
to
to
plant the
like
seeds.
plant the seeds for the whole breakup thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will work because the bloodline story will be dragged out a lot, especially with Roman, coming back. They gotta get the Usos back together over there. 'Cause I see that happening too.
Mm-hmm.
Zilla might have to come into the picture later on too. But yeah, I see what Cody's trying to do. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
we know Jacob's not gonna win, but
Yep.
it's gonna be like it's not gonna end the story. If anything, it's gonna
Well,
push more.
I won't say that because the way they've been booking him,
Mm.
yeah, Cody gonna have to hang it up. But after that, Solo looks at Jacob because Jacob got up on into the ring. We thought he was going to accept, but as he always says, and I
It was
quote,
love to Jacob for Solo. I had to be like, you know what? All right, we'll talk about it.
hmm. But Jacob wasn't going to do that. And as I quote the words from Jacob, "I love you, Solo."
Hmm.
He was not going to betray him. Which um, what happened before? Oh, Solo called the Bloodline into the ring to attack Cody. Cody got some help and from KO and who? No, 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 not KO. The Street Profits and DIY, which then Nick Aldis came out and set it up the match between him and Solo, and that's what led to the match that we're gonna get today:
Hmm.
Solo versus Cody in a steel cage match for the WWE Championship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what to perceive of that. Uh, it would be funny if Solo wins here.
It,
It would be hilarious,
it'd be something.
and Cody gets the belt back later, anyways. But let's say Solo wins here, they could do so much with the bloodline story. Let's say because Roman is coming back next week,
Mhm.
he comes back to see Solo have the belt. Maybe Cody comes out, you know, explains to Roman why or how he loses. Roman's like, "Yo, I'm disappointed in you. I wanted to take it back off you and some shit." So and Solo gets jealous and be like, "Hey, your beef was with me, not with him." But like, let's say Cody wins the belt back at the next pay per view, whichever that's gonna be, and then there's gonna be like a whole triple like feuds like thing going straight to the next WrestleMania, where you have like a bloodline civil war. I think it's Survivor Series after this. Wait, maybe you go kick it off there. War games maybe. But do we have enough people? I don't know.
Nah,
I don't think
because
we
if
have enough.
we're doing that,
Give me some. Give me also.
Solo's going to be, in the War Games match against, Roman's squad.
Yeah, and I said Jimmy's cleared. The WWE just don't know how to bring him back in. I heard they were supposed to bring him back in 2 weeks ago, but it was supposed to be like for that Gunther segment with Sammy, like the first one, and they were like Jimmy should have came on and said some things, and they were like, never mind. I think they got some big plan for Jimmy then. Jay, I don't know if he's still gonna be like attainted to like the Judgment Day thing, because that's just funny. He's only there because Rhea's there, man. He don't care about Priest.
Kind of sounds like you, section.
um, so and now a word from our sponsors.
But the first match of the night, Bailey versus Tiffany Stratton. Bailey
Oh
won.
man, let me just say this real quick, man. Let me just say this real quick, man. That was my favorite match of the night, man.
I
You
bet
know
it
why?
was. Oh,
Because
I know why.
my queen came down looking great in that one piece jean outfit, man. Queen Naya. But not just that. Bailey coming down. She looked great. And, it's Tiffy time. Ooh, man, that match had me like I couldn't blink. It was so good. Let me calm down a little bit, man. But yeah,
I bet it was your favorite match. But
so I was involved in that match more than we wanted her to be. Probably costed Tiffany.
mhm.
uh, I don't know how Bailey wraps up in this whole thing. Of course, we all know like Tiffany's gonna be in Nia Jax's like business later on. She's not gonna cash in,
Not
on
now.
the other title. She's not gonna cash in for now, but she's gonna cash in on her.
Mm.
I can see it happening already. She already
Now,
tried too, so
me. I told you this before.
mhm.
They need to give Tiffany the Dolph Ziggler treatment. Let her hold that briefcase until the Raw after Mania. You give Nia a long, lengthy reign with the women's title. You have
Yeah,
her. You
I
have
don't
her.
want that to lose either. So
Mm, you have her win that Mania, retain. Whoever she faces, that wins the Rumble or the Chamber. You
mhm.
let them have a rematch. On that night of Raw after Mania, and then Tiffany comes out, betrays Nia, cashes in on her, and give her, that Mania, the Raw after Mania, moment.
Yeah, I can see it.
hmm But
I can see it.
the next match, the triple threat, Kevin Owens versus A Town Thunder, A Town Down Under. There we go. With Kevin Owens picking up the win, planting the seeds between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
I mean, I
They
like A-Town Down Under. When it comes to being heels, they're doing a great job. So, uh, like Austin can wrestle, right? When it comes to like, how did KO even get himself in that situation? I don't remember.
well backstage, he ran across them. A Town talking trash as always, and
Mm,
then Kevin was like, you know what? You know, you two would do great in a match against each other. Planting that seeds.
mm,
So he's like, you know what? I got a great idea. And them trying to, convince that, we don't want to fight each other, this, that, and the third. He was like, that's okay, that's okay. I'll be in the match. So you don't really have to fight each other. I'll just beat on y'all. And he's like, you know what? I could go to
yeah,
Nick with this
yeah, I
idea.
knew all that, but I'm like, they agreed to it is because it
Nope.
was
It just
still a
happened.
triple threat, though. But they
No
weren't
agreement.
fighting
Just
each other.
in the paper. Mm.
But I knew it would have back. That's why I'm like, how would you get yourself in that situation, knowing damn well they're gonna jump you up at some point? It wasn't a tag match; it was a triple threat. But he still picked up the win. But like afterwards, come on.
Then we
So,
have the LA Knight segment.
oh yeah,
Yep.
what is
Coming out to
Andrade
the
doing, man?
ring, issuing an open challenge for his US title to anybody in the back. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be like every other person. Hit it and quit it in next match.
Hitting quit. All I'm saying, Charlotte's not gonna like how they're doing Andrade.
Andrade's
When she
doing good.
comes back,
Andrade's
she's
doing
gonna have
good.
a word about it. Andrade's gonna have that US title. Watch, just watch.
But that's if he can get past the person that came out before him, Carmelo,
Oh, he
based on
will.
their rivalry.
I think he will. I think he's
Mm.
gonna come out on top of that rivalry. I think Carmelo will go to something bigger. I would like to see him in a rivalry with probably he can get a tag team partner. He could go somewhere with Street Profits. That'd be good.
Yeah, but he's a
Or
heel in their faces.
yeah, it would work. Maybe he could go individual and take. I mean, of course, Angelo Dawkins will still be there, but
But
either way, I think that'll be
Carmelo
better.
coming out, saying, he wants the shot at the title, being
Mhm.
cocky, the cocky rookie as always. Eldrade, he comes out. He says he wants a shot at the title. Carmelo says, you want a shot at the title, but yet you haven't even, gotten that one victory over me to say, you beat me in our rivalry. They
Mhm.
get to arguing. LA Knight, he shuts that down. He tells them, y'all can have a match, y'all can finish our feud, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be like anybody else. Head planted right into the ground. 1, 2, 3, hit it and quit it.
Mhm.
Then everything turns into a scrimmage, a brouhaha. Them start fighting in the ring. LA
Mhm.
Knight hits Knight. No, LA Knight hits
BFT.
Andrade with the BFT and Carmelo with the BFT. And this man Carmelo sold it like he got shot.
Bro, like he was on his head for like a second and flipped off. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that's the NXT Carmelo we all know.
Mm-hmm.
I,
But
I just like how WWE didn't try to change up his gimmick. So when Trick gets to the main roster, oh, it's gonna be something.
Booker T gonna have to follow him. I'm
No,
sorry.
not really.
I like you,
I,
Wayne. I like you, Wade. I like you, Wade. But you
I
can go
think
back to
Wade can pull
NXT.
it off. I think Wade can pull it off. It's Wade. He in that British accent. Oh yeah, yeah.
This
I
the
can see.
same
I can see.
man that said Shimon where he was trying to do the hype up for Trick. I ain't trying to
Come on, man. Come on. It's Wade. We all love
love you,
Wade.
Wade, but nah, that ain't it.
We'll see.
But
We're hurt till we try it, but
mhm,
we'll see.
true. But the next
Speaking of the
match,
Street Profits,
mhm,
oh
the
yeah,
next match, Section's favorite match, Giovanni Vinci versus Apollo, and Giovanni Vinci's debut match. Hey, I'll tell you right now, this man was dripped out.
hey, well,
This
hey,
man, this
his
man
man
got
came
beaten
in
to riches.
the one piece. He looked fresh,
Had the Gucci
cleanly
fit.
shaved. Yeah, he had everything. The entrance was fire, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, this guy. So WWE obviously wants him to go places. I
They
don't
did.
know when he crosses Gunther again. That's gonna be interesting. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I just love the heel gimmick. Like, he reminds me of Alberto Del Rio back in the day. Like coming out fresh, everything. All he
Mm-hmm.
needs is like a squire, just like how Del Rio had. He needs somebody to come out with him, announce him like that. And we literally have Alberto Del Rio 2.0. You don't gotta come out in cars, just have him come out looking fancy. And he has like the he has like the gimmick for it too. But like when Apollo did the crucifix pin to him in like 3 seconds, bro, that was hilarious.
I was like, ain't no
I'm
way.
like, I'm like, yo, I love Apollo, but at least let him fight first. He can still beat him up. I think Vinci's not ring ready yet. Of course, W still wants him to push like the yeah, this is my time thing, just like how they
Mm-hmm.
tried to do with King Corbin. But again, I can't say great match because it wasn't even a match.
It
I
was.
just love the segment.
I don't want to say squash, but I want to say squash. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just say it
not
was
really.
just a win. It was a
It
win.
would have
I'm
been
gonna
it
just say
would have been
that.
a squash if Apollo hit a finisher, then pinned him. I don't know. Like if he turned around and just got hit straight up with a finisher, then pinned him.
True.
He just rolled him up. But yeah, man. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Um so how about we
What?
have Eachin here trying to get a roll back. And then you have Chelsea Green out here trying to, I don't know if she's proving something, but not with Piper out there. But that match was weird. As I said, like
It was okay.
it was okay, but it
Mhm.
was weird, man. We're seeing a lot more of Michin than we like. She might be like, this might be a hot take, but she might be in for like a title opportunity soon, and not just because she's just coming off one with Naya. I'm like, yo, she's gonna be like looking very good on the women's roster to probably
Mm.
get a title opportunity. That's why I'm like, yo, why don't they just introduce the mid card women titles already? Because that's in the books.
That is in the books,
When
but
are they gonna do
the
it? I
time
don't
and the
know.
place.
I feel like you can have that be like, I don't know, a ladder match for it or something. But if it comes, I can have like Chelsea Green, Meechin, Zoe Stark. The mid card women that can get it. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
putting Natalia in there. Of course, I don't want her to win, but making
Yeah,
like a 6 women's ladder match. Uh,
they could do that Mania.
they could. Is that too long? No, I don't know. I'd
No,
rather, I'd
because it's too
rather
late. You would have
yeah.
one of the titles on one match, and you
Mhm.
would have the other on the other night.
Oh, for God's sakes, do not put Bianca in that fucking match because people are gonna be like, yeah, she's winning. They could put Jade in there.
Um,
See Jade probably winning. If not, I'd probably rather either.
depends on
Mm,
when they drop those titles again. Because if they
yeah,
drop them again, then that tells me they're done focusing as them as a tag team, and then they're going for them to chase gold and
by the way, when they
chase
drop them,
everyone.
they're gonna be healed, or one of them is gonna betray the other. That's my
Nah,
prediction.
it's got to be Bianca. It's got to be Bianca.
You sure about that?
Jay's a face.
I can see Jade going back to the evil storm gimmick and being like,
No, nah, Pete,
I
nah.
came here to be the best. How am I gonna be the best if she's literally EST? I can see that storyline kicking off there. So fuck her. I'm going solo. I'm going for the titles. I want to be the best, not her.
I
I
mean,
can
if she
see
want to be
Jade.
the best,
I
then run
remember
the
her
Royal
evil
Rumble.
storm gimmick that she had. That moved mountains, bro.
I mean, if
So
she want to be the best, win the
I
Rumble.
like her to
If we're gonna go that route,
win the Rumble.
because if you're saying
I
the
don't really see
best,
anybody else,
if
man.
you're using the word the best, then you shouldn't be hanging around the mid card
I mean, who is the
unless you're
main?
building yourself up to claim yourself as the best. And then once you claimed yourself
Hey,
and
hey,
you're in
hey.
that bracket of the best, then go for the other titles. If they go that route.
Or if they want to have Bianca win a title, and since they're against each other now, they can have Bianca win. I don't know, the WWE title, women's title, and let's say she does that later this year, and um, I guess Jade could probably win the Rumble if not go in elimination chamber route.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, we have a great match at WrestleMania.
Yep.
I can see it.
But
I can see it.
the main event, Bloodline versus DIY and the Street Profits. We knew the Bloodline was winning. They
Did
got
we?
Jacob.
I don't know, man.
They got Jacob. No questions.
Jacob's like cracked, but still. Um, Solo got the pin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly,
because he was yelling at Jacob to tag him in
tag him, and
after
Jacob
Jacob
he
did all the work.
hesitated. Jacob didn't. He didn't look like he didn't want to tag him at one point.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you know
And
what?
then
He was begging him too. He was like, fuck it. He tagged
mhm.
him.
and then Solo hit Montez with two Samoan
The most
spikes.
spikes.
But that was the main event, and that was SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
That was a
As I
good
say, yo,
SmackDown.
Jacob is cracked.
He
And
broke him.
Roman's gonna find out who Jacob is.
He did.
He did, but he's like they should have a match,
He
like
found
one
out.
on one.
He found out, and then he ended up on a lot of Haktua memes. No, did he?
Like they should have a match, and Roman's gonna hit him with a spear, and then you just see like Jacob get up like Undertaker said, like, and Roman's like, oh, what the fuck they being these Samoans nowadays, man? I need some of that.
Yeah, on the other side of the island. That's the island we don't go on.
On the other side, that'd be an interesting story. Like Roman saying, we don't really mess with people like
Yeah, that
Jacob
side of the
because he comes
family.
from another side of the island, another side of the family. Because those
Mhm.
Samoans are wild. That's like my uncle.
They kind of was doing that with the Tongans.
Yeah, but you know, Tama Tonga is kind of he's kind of messing up here and there. People are like, that's a secret gimmick he's doing,
You talking about
but he's gonna
Tongaloa?
turn. Hmm?
You talking about Tongaloa?
Was it Tonga?
Yeah, it's Tongaloa. Tama
Oh,
Tonga is, old boy from the Wild Thornberries.
yeah, yeah. Was he? He's not even wrestling right now, is he?
Uh, I think so.
He's just
Yeah,
in.
he's wrestling.
Well, he's just in like suits and ties mostly.
Yeah, if it ain't a tag match.
I mean, he's like the third guy up.
Mm-hmm. But
But
we
either
all
way,
know, it's Tamaloga. So not really a threat. But on to Monday Night Raw. American Made versus the White Six in a street fight match.
I mean, did we expect anything different to happen with the results?
Nah,
Oh, by the way, Nikki looks great. I hope she doesn't go back to that corny superhero gimmick.
almost a superhero.
Almost a superhero.
Hey, but the
But
match was
hey,
fun. It
before
was
we get
great.
to that, Bret Hart, come on. This man came back and he lit up the crowd. Of course, we
Hey,
try to get in there and
added
get
his
some
own.
shit. Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the segment after that was like, Hitman, please don't crash out, bro.
Oh,
Looked like he wanted to put Buddy in the in the figure
Don't
four
do
right then
don't
and
do
there.
nothing.
You want to put Buddy in the figure four or sharpshooter, whichever one.
He's gonna get hit with something. But before we did get to that, Finn Balor came out to
Mm,
address why he stabbed Damien in the back, saying that he's been holding him back. He held him back from winning the world title against Seth. He was, you know, messing up things when they're in matches, when they were defending their belts. He felt that
mm,
Damien wasn't pulling his own weight, and he felt like Damien treated him like a sidekick. So then Damien comes out
yeah,
and says one of the most realistic things. I'm gonna let you get everything off your chest, and I'm gonna drop your ass. But
that
Finn
didn't
says,
turn out really well, did it?
nah, because Finn says you must have forgot about, what did he say? The Judgment Day rule or book, whatever it was. But we know, Judgment Day shenanigans, they come out. Damien was holding his own until Finn came in, chopped him in the back of his leg. He fell down. Liv came out, got the stomping. Rhea came
Yep.
out, caught the beats as well. She tried.
Tried to beat her with the crutch and
Yep.
okay.
Liv beat her with the crutch. Damien tried to, protect her. He got beat with the crutch, got yanked off.
Mm-hmm.
And all we can say is, where was Jay? Because we know he came
First of
out. He
all,
eventually came out.
yeah,
But we were
yeah.
just sitting back there watching, like,
I was like,
hmm.
I was like, yo, is Jay dead or something?
I'm like, did they jump
Like,
him?
he didn't get, did they jump him back there? And they're gonna show the clip after this, but no, like, Buddy was like, yeah, it's not
I'm gonna
time yet.
wait. I'm
It's
gonna
not
wait.
time yet. I'm gonna
And when
wait.
it's time to come out, hit my music. Yeet.
Hitting music after they got jumps.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, I'm loving what they're doing, Finn. It was
Yes.
years coming. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, stop making this man job so much. Like, that's Finn fucking Balor right there. Guy's a wrestling legend. Come on, like he's not getting any
Leader of the
younger
Bullet
either,
Club.
bro. He's not getting any younger either, bro. This man needs his world title back that he never lost. All right,
That is true.
he needs it back. All right. So
But
him turning on Priest, I was like, thank fucking God, bro. I
yeah, we
wanted
knew it was
Priest
gonna
to take.
happen. And
I knew it
how
was
it
gonna happen,
happened was great.
but I wanted him to take the belt off Priest, not Gunther.
Oh nah.
I
Gunther
know
need this.
Gunther was in for a title shot. I know he
Gunther
was
need
gonna.
this.
I know
I'm
he
gonna
was
walk
gonna.
into my home country with that title.
But damn, man.
Last thing Damien saw before them lights went out was Finn smiling at him. But hey, we're gonna get this at Bad Blood.
Mhm.
But the first match of the night, Bianca and Jade defending their tag titles against the Unholy Union, and they pick up the W because we knew they was gonna win. They're not gonna hop into these tag belts like that.
Not at all. Unholy
But
Union, I don't even know. I mean, that's like the one women tag team that actually makes the most sense. I don't see them breaking up anytime soon. We might just see like a. Hmm. But they don't have enough women though. Now we'll
in
see.
the tag division,
Yeah, at least on that roster.
I mean, they could defend the belts on
Eventually,
SmackDown as well.
eventually they're gonna not
Technically,
break up, but they're gonna go singles.
mm-hmm.
I have
but
high hopes for Alba.
but we need a result to that. But the legend returned himself. Bret the Hitman Hart came out to the ring with a great roaring Canada crowd. He loved
What
it.
do you
He loved
what do you
everything
want to
about it. But then it shortly was
do?
interrupted by the Ring General Gunther.
But he wanted to
And
put Punta in that sharpshooter, bro. He was looking at him like, bro, if I was 20 years younger, I would have had your ass in here tapping out.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Gunta said something that was really interesting, saying, although you were the best, like,
Oh
of
yeah,
all, like, the best
you.
you were, the best you were, like, ever will be or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just better than any
So
version of you. And
mhm.
I'm like,
And then he hit him with the, you know, you can call me the best there is, the best there will, and the best there ever will be. But Brett didn't like that. But
mm,
then he really didn't like the next line about you used to be one of my favorites, but I
nope,
liked someone just a little bit more. And we thought he was gonna say Sean, which
dog,
makes
like
sense.
Sammy
But
AJ.
no, he hit below the belt. He said his favorite professional wrestler growing up while he was in second was
Mm,
Bill Goldberg.
yeah.
And when I tell you, I died out in laughter, and Brett's face showed it. It went from like a smirk of a laugh to, all right, don't get put on your back.
I'm like, at this point, I'm like, Goldberg? That's interesting.
Because I know why he said it. We know why.
Oh, yeah, we know why. Shots taken. Because
Hmm.
Brett and Goldberg were like going at it. Um,
I just hope down the line they actually, piece things up like how him and Sean did. But the way it's looking, I don't know. But after all the disrespect, Sammy comes out. He
mhm,
wasn't liking the disrespect. His childhood hero, someone he looked up to, the reason he became a wrestler was getting disrespected.
mhm,
So, Sammy started, disrespecting him back. But at the same time, Gunther just brushed it off. Just like his shot for the world title that he wanted,
mhm.
which he denied again to not give him.
Bro leaves the ring, and then Brett was like, all right, crash out mode.
Hmm.
You know, you don't look like a champion. This man is a coward, everybody. This man looks like a coward. He's a yellow back coward. Gunther's
Boo
like,
this
yo.
man.
Gunther's like, yo, I want to crash out here, man. He's old. He took off his vest, and Sammy said, all right, bet. He rolls out and start beating the hell out of him.
But before we got to that, Gunther said, after he told him no, he said, if Bret Hart's not in my league, you're not even in Bret's league. So why are you calling me out for a title
Top
shot?
tier instigating right there.
I was like,
Top tier
mm.
instigating.
I was like, Sam, you gotta say something. Don't let this be twice he left out the ring and have you not say nothing.
Yeah, and you know the reason why I haven't said this before too. I didn't want to see Sammy get back into this Gunther thing because
I kept telling you,
he's not gonna win it.
this match gonna be great.
Well, let's hope so.
Now I don't need a hope. I know what they're gonna give me.
World Hell Gunther is gonna be different. He's gonna be different.
Mm-hmm. But the next match of the card, Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio, with Dominic
Fucking
picking up the
hell,
win.
Liv Morgan picking up the win. Dragon Lee had his ass like cooked.
Hey, he had help from the Judgment Day. LWO.
Let me say this. I
Mm.
don't know if you heard, but Dominic's actual wife is starting to get jealous of this thing
Mm.
because like she's saying, okay, I love the storyline, but like Liv's getting way too intimate with like the kisses and the hugs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
I mean, she has all the right to
she,
feel that way.
she had, but she knew what was gonna happen. She like Dom came to her and Dom like he did this in an interview. It was him and Booker T in the same room. He did
Mm-hmm.
this in an interview, and he was like, "Yeah, I talked to my wife about it. I talked to her, especially what she's gonna see on television." And I asked her because she had to go back to Triple H with it, and he asked her, "Are you okay with like me doing this and that?" And she was like, "Yeah, for fine. Like, yo, it's wrestling. It's fake, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's just like what I do. It's like, yo, this is my father's life. This is my life." And he asked her again, "Are you okay with it?" She said, "Yes." And after like what? This was like 2 months after like Liv beating Rhea, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, like people, because she has a Twitter, right? People goes to her Twitter and go on her page and like, "Yo, did you see this and that?" And then she replied to one of them saying, "I think Liv is getting too touchy here." And I'm like, hmm. And it was the clip of Liv like Like she has her arms around Dom's waist, and like Dom kisses her on the forehead, and like they're leaning for like an actual kiss, and I'm like, oh, is it that intimate? Not really, because Dom explained to you what's gonna happen in the storyline. But you're gonna get jealous now. And then the wife said, "Oh, I think they're fucking." I'm like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because this is the thing with some of these wrestling wives, right? If the husband, and this is exactly what Vince did to Rusev, right? If the husband explains to the wife exactly what's gonna happen, if one person is uncomfortable with it, don't do it. Just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But since she said she was cool with it, but when she seen it herself, she was like, "Bro, I feel like I'm getting cheated on." That's not fair to Dom because he asked you if you're good with it. Especially like it was the handkerchief in Liv's pocket that one time, and she mistook that as a condom or something. And I'm like, what is going on here? But yeah, either way, homegirl got lightened up. Dom married her right. Like it's funny because Dom married her in the middle of the Judgment Day thing when him and Rhea was still a thing. So she didn't get jealous of Rhea, but she want to get jealous of Liv. It doesn't make sense. But either way,
Yep.
neither
But
here or there.
next match, Natalia, Valkyria, and Vega versus the PFC. Shockingly, the PFC lost. But Natalia's in her home, home country, pick up
I
the
don't
win.
know how Natalia
But
won that one.
home
I
country,
hate Natalia with a
home crowd.
passion. She gotta
Don't
hang it up.
don't hate her,
She
bro.
gotta hang it up. She gotta hang it
No.
up, man. She's done.
Next segment. Next
She's
segment.
washed.
Next
She's
segment.
washed. Nah,
Next
let me
segment.
talk about her real quick, man. You're
No,
gonna
no,
take us away from me.
no,
We
no,
love Bret
no. Let's
Hart.
move on.
She
Let's move on.
stole
Let's
Bret
move on.
Hart's theme.
Let's
She
move on.
stole his gimmick. She can't wrestle anymore. Anymore. All right. She was once great, right? She came in the WWE before the Bella Twins, right? The Bella Twins are no longer in the WWE anymore, and she's still here. And the Bella Twins are Hall of Famers. She's dragging it out, right? That Tyson Kid thing, all right. With like him and Samoa Joe, we all get it. You know, she said she loved the passion of wrestling, right? Tyson Kid wanted to come back, but she was like, okay, I'll wrestle instead of you, like for the passion. You're dragging it out. He's walking again. He's taking bumps again, but he's not gonna wrestle. You need to hang it up. All right, you're done. You're washed. You're washed. Nobody wants to see you anymore. All right, hang it up. If you see this video, hang it up. Love you, Natty. All right, next segment.
Natalia, I just want to let you know I don't feel this way. I don't. I respect everything you've done, the talent that you helped. Hey, man,
Hey,
keep
that's
going strong.
basically what she's doing. That she's here.
But
She's helping talent. But look,
next
she's
segment,
been here for like damn near 2 decades, bro.
Drew comes out to the ring,
Uh,
happy after what he has done to Punk.
that man, you want to talk about too far? Then that looks like AEW worthy. That was an AEW worthy segment. That man nearly killed him.
Hey, but he came down to the ring. He said he was happy that he was the one that ended Punk's career, but he was upset at Wayne for stopping his attack against Punk outside the ring. And he said out of everybody that out of the few friends, which are little, that he's trusted and he's been around for the longest, Wade was the closest one, and he felt hurt and betrayed that he helped Punk because he knows how he
To
truly
be
feels.
fair, I mean, he felt betrayed, but to be fair, Wade was never going to let Drew crash out like that.
Hey, but
He
Drew didn't
explained
do
it
that
to him
way.
like, "Yo, you're better than this. You don't have to do any of this. Just sell it in the ring." And it was great that he didn't attack Wade because that would just indicate that Wade would be coming back, and Wade wants to come back too.
But the thing
So
is, the only reason he didn't lay hands is because Adam came out. Because Drew,
he
not
still could
Drew,
have done
no,
it though.
no, Drew, said what he said, saying, the next time you do that, I'm gonna get angry. And Drew took them hits, not Drew, Wade took them headsets off and stood up because he not a female dog. So Adam came out. He wanted to clear the air. He wanted to finally end this. He wanted to feel some peace, which is like, okay, buddy, that's your problem.
That's not
You never put
happening.
your foot down.
Mhm.
Everybody be, crashing out, have problems, people getting injured. Sounds like a you problem. You know, not my GM, not Nick, not
Yeah,
Nick,
Nick, yeah,
not Sean.
Nick would go in there and be like, "Hey,
Yep.
Sean
But
gonna super get somebody."
he just wants his peace. He wants Drew and Punk to end this. So
Mhm.
he set up a match at Bad Blood and their main event. Punk versus Drew. Final
In
match. A
Hell in a
Hell in a
Cell.
Cell that you
And
called.
I called it, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen.
You
Go
called
watch
it.
the last episode. I said,
You called it.
You know what would be great if they faced in a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood. And lo and behold, they had the same idea I had.
Mm-hmm.
Now that match is gonna be 5 stars automatically. Will it get to 6? We'll see.
Will it? Hey, will it? Hey, will it? Because Cody and
Someone's gonna
Seth did.
bleed in that match.
Cody and Seth got the 5 star. But
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well,
next match of the night, Ray versus Finn.
the Finn crash
Ray
out.
picked up the win for disqualification of Finn not listening to the 5
Sure.
count. He didn't want to let up the hole. He wanted to prove his
The
point.
Finn crash out. Yep.
Mhm. Then the next match, the main event, Jay versus Pete Dunne versus Ilya
Yeah.
versus Braun Strowman for the number 1 contendership for
How they
Braun
use,
Breaker's
why
IC
they
title.
both just use buddy Pete Dunne like that, bro?
I did say Pete Dunne.
No, I'm like, how they use him like that though?
Oh,
He was the guy taking the shots in that match. He was basically Jay versus Ilya. But yeah, I knew Jay was gonna win. The way Ilya was wrestling too, I was like, oh, okay, he's wrestling very passive. He's not doing his usual moves.
mm-hmm.
But Jay was out there, flying around the ring, doing everything. So I'm like, yeah, Jay's winning this.
And the
But
thing
will he
is,
beat Braun? No, he's not beating Braun.
no. But here's the thing. They're planting the seeds between Jay and Ilya because this is the second time he has pinned Ilya. And this is the second time that these two were in the ring together.
Yep.
But
Ilya versus Gunther.
we're not gonna, we're not gonna walk past the tsunami that happened from your boy Bronson Reed.
Bro, man,
Braun
tsunami
Strowman.
do the fucking. I mean, apart from through the table or through the car window, like Braun is getting beat up out there, bro. Like,
Hey man, you chose to
you
go out
remember?
there with the messed
You remember
over.
2016 Braun Strowman when he looked even better than Brock Lesnar when he was running through little walls when he was him and Roman in the feuds. Like that Braun Strowman looked crazy.
I'm not finished with you.
Right when Braun was like, at one time he was bleeding and it looked like his eye popped out and he was still wrestling. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then when Roman actually looked scared, that was off script, and he was like, "Yo, are you good, bro?" And Braun was like, "Yeah, we're still good. We're still doing this."
Mm-hmm.
That shit was 6 stars, bro.
But hey, that's yesterday's news.
Yeah, but they made Braun look so weak though.
He'll have his time.
I hope. But like, they brought him back for a
sometimes you
reason.
gotta pop out and show people.
Braun was this close to going to AEW too. It was this close. He said in that podcast, like, "Yo,
he's gonna get lost in the shuffle."
Would he?
He would, no matter what his size is.
Big Show 2.0.
It don't matter.
The Big Show got lost.
But on to Dynamite. Patriarchy come out. Christian, says why he wanted to take his opportunity to defeat Brian at that moment and take the title.
Mm-hmm.
He addressed all that. Hey, he left the ring. He said, I'm coming for you, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy or not, I'm taking that world title off you. But on to the first match of Dynamite. Jack Perry versus Leo Rush. We knew Jack Perry was winning. It's Leo Rush. I'm sad to see that he's in the position that he's in, but hey, he making money. Continue doing that. But the BCC come out and attack Private Party, which I really thought they was gonna have a match. I thought they was gonna do something. I actually thought the not the Casino match, the tag gauntlet match was next because I saw them come out. Nope, they were just a JAG tag team to get packed up. So the BCC do that. They want to send a message to the locker room saying they're tired of how everything is. This is not AEW. This is not what we represent. So we're just going to continue attacking people until we get the message across. This is exactly what I wanted the Undisputed Kingdom to be. But Adam Cole's injured. Max was doing his thing. And it started to, cool off and stale. But next match. Ricochet
By the
versus
way,
Sammy Guevara.
I give that 4 to 5 stars. Well, 8 out of 10.
What, Ricochet versus Sammy Guevara?
Mm-hmm. Just gonna say that.
I gave this match an 8 out of 10.
Just gonna say that from now. But yeah, Ricochet. As I said earlier, like I love how he just kept his moves and he's doing more,
Mm-hmm.
So it's just what do I see him doing in the field? Like, of course he's gonna go after Osprey, right? But like after that, what happens with Ricochet? Does he join a faction? Does he create his own faction? Is he still like a singles character? Like, what's gonna happen with him?
I can see him floating in the mid-card title scene. I can see him.
But
also,
that's exactly why he left WWE.
The Continental Classic. I can see him, going into there and winning that.
But like, yeah, he can't be in the mid card because that's exactly why he left WWE though. So Tony definitely has something for him. Will he be in a faction or will he like?
But that's the thing. Here's the thing.
If he wanted to be in mid card, he would have stayed with Samantha in WWE.
If you put Ricochet in the with the main eventers, all of them, and the type of matches they do, the type of style he has, and he can hang with them.
Oh yeah, he can.
But here's the thing: do you see him beating someone like a Mox or an MJF 1-on-1? No grabbing the tights, none of that. 1-on-1.
I could see it. Especially, we all know how MJF wrestles.
They're gonna ricochet him off the ropes.
I could see it.
I don't know, man. I just don't want to get lost in the shuffle.
Because you're probably thinking of WWE Ricochet. You're probably thinking WWE Ricochet. That's why.
No, I
can see it.
I'm thinking what AEW has presented me when you get lost in the shuffle. And if you don't get lost in the shuffle, you're gonna be exactly what I said with the main eventers getting punched off them ropes. He'll be the example of a Ricochet off them ropes.
Well, I love how Moxley. Well, we'll get to that.
True. But
what was the next match again?
Did we get a match after this?
It's at least 4.
We didn't.
We didn't.
We're coming out to the Mox situation. So Darby comes out to the ring and calls out Mox because he wanted to know.
Mariah May and was it Mariah May and Queen Amina? Oh, that was after. We were just gonna do the matches, I think.
No, that was after.
All right.
Because Darby came out and then they had their match. Darby came out. He called out Max. He wanted to know why Max wanted to see him, and Max came out. He showed, hey, I ain't got no weapons on me. I'm by myself somewhat. He told him, I respect everything that you're doing. You've been grinding. You worked your way all the way up to wanting to get a title shot, but I'm gonna need you to hand your title shot to me. Darby wasn't having that because he did exactly what Mox said. He worked his way up and earned it. So if you're praising that, you can do the same thing he did, which is work and earn it. He's not going to give him nothing. He don't care who he is. He used to respect him, but now he's acting like the people in the back, just complaining and arrogant and cocky. Him and Mox had their first match against each other in a gymnasium in the Indies, and that made him feel some type of way that he just wanted him to just give up his title shot. He felt disrespected, so he told him, "No, you got to earn it." So him and Mox are going to have a match at Grand Slam in 2 weeks. Winner faces Danielson for the title shot.
Which Danielson's still gonna win, by the way.
Nah, because because after you'll see. So after that, we had Mariah May versus Queen Adana. I think that's how you say it.
Amina.
But we knew Mariah May was gonna win. We knew that. But she called out Mina.
Amina ties, something like that.
She, because they're stardom ties. So, her going on saying she didn't get a celebration, and the reason why is Mina wasn't there. So she called her out so they can have their celebration. But we all know Mina's gonna ask, why, she turned on Tony. Which I feel like this is just a ploy for Mina to be heel, and they could be healed together. Probably go for the I was gonna say tag belts, but they don't got tag belts over there. But I think that's what they're doing. Now, the next segment is the reason why I said what I said about the title match with Danielson and all that. So Nigel McGuinness comes out. He came to the ring after talking to Christopher Daniels for his shot for the AEW championship with his good old rival from ROH, Bryan Danielson. You see, Nigel feels that ever since he had to retire early, all he had to see and hear was Bryan Danielson, his rival, how successful he is, all the championships he's won. And all he had to do was just sit back and watch. But now that he's been cleared and he has the opportunity to regain his career back, he wants that final win. He wants to be the one to put down Bryan Danielson. He wants that title shot.
I'm sorry, but that's not happening. He's gonna come back for one last hoorah, but
they're gonna put on a banger.
He's not winning.
But he's not winning.
It's not like I don't want to see him still wrestle, but like, hang it up, bro. Let's hang it up, man.
Go back to commentary.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing you. But hey, can't wait for that. Because now you got 4 people wanting that title. Darby, Mox, Nigel, and Christian. Now,
did Mox come up to you as like, yo, I'm still in the picture? Because nowadays he just seems like he doesn't care.
No, he's taking it. Because he said it like this. This company is in the dirt. There's too many people just doing whatever they want. And the BCC are going to fix that problem. But on to the main event. I was right. The tag team Casino Gauntlet match. With Ospreay.
Are we not going to talk about Chris Jericho? Not going to talk about Chris Jericho, man.
I told you this already.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah, it was a match. Listen, I told you, I don't care what he's doing with the learning tree. When Kendrick Lamar dropped, I muted my laptop and to listen to that. And when the song ended, the match ended. and the segment with him and Orange Cassidy. And I was like, oh, perfect timing. And you know who came out? Darby. He saved the day. Now, Osprey and Kyle Fletcher, they win the tag belt. Well, not the tag belts. They won the gauntlet for
Mm-hmm.
the tag belts. And they're going to face the Young Bucks at Grand Slam in 2 weeks. Now,
Again.
you can see that the Young Bucks are not going to well, no, they're going to win. But you can see that they teased that the Young Grizzle veterans and FTR are going to be feuding,
Mm-hmm.
which I can't wait for that. That their trilogy is going to be much better than the Young Bucks trilogy, because the best match out of the Young Bucks trilogy is their first match.
Yeah.
Third match was supposed to be the end all be all, but all we remember is Jack Perry coming out with the devil mask, smiling. Their second match is more known for, Jack Perry getting choked out backstage, real glass. So it's sure they're fun matches, but it's like your first match during the 19 era was your best match. Now, my boys, the Young Grizzle veterans, they going to change some things. They're going to run some things. They need the belts to fix that division. Just give Zach a mic and let him talk. He will get all the heat he needs for the Young Grizzle veterans. Grit your teeth.
Great. Yep. Well, no problem here. Good Dynamite.
Mm-hmm. I gave it the solid 8. Solid 8. But overall, great Dynamite.
I'll give it 8 too. I was going to say, I'd give it 9. I liked how it played out. Crowd was in it. But yeah, I'll give it 8 too.
Could have been a 9, but the learning tree was there. And the thing is, there's no hate towards
But the learning
Jericho.
tree
I
is
like
there.
Jericho. I grew up with Jericho. It's just I just don't care about the learning tree gimmick. I don't. What does a tree need to learn that it doesn't already know?
No, man.
I like Cass, but it's just
Him being there was so weird.
the learning tree to me are like they're background fall cry villains. Hi guys. I just know. And it's sad that the hi guys actually got over. Oh my goodness, man.
Well,
But
all eyes on Bad Blood now.
yep. Can't wait for that. Ooh
Mm-hmm.
boy. Can't wait
A
for
lot of
that.
Bad Blood, man.
But that brings us to an end of the After Hour Wrestling Edition section.
Mm-hmm.
Take us out.
All right, so another successful show. Thanks for whoever was watching with us throughout the thick and thin. If you have any comments, please leave them. Any inquiries, let us know. Again, please like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bells for your updates. Again, thank you for being here. This is Section signing off. Have a good one.
And don't forget to follow the After Hour Pod on Instagram, X, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow me on Mr. Productions 316 on X, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow Section at.
Section JA at Instagram or Twitter.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.